Hi, everyone. So great to have you guys here. My name is Simar, and today we are going to talk about how to brand yourself on social media. So, a little bit about me. My name is Simar Gill McCullough. I'm the co-founder of Glamour and Purpose. I'm a sports nutritionist, business mentor, personal trainer, beauty expert, and a yoga teacher. I'm also the co-founder of Glamour and Purpose, which is a lifestyle brand. And you can actually connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at Glamour and Purpose. Now, when it comes to social media branding, important things is to actually look at, take inventory and get clear about what you actually want to do. Just a sec. Okay. Get clear about what you actually want to do, right? So firstly, do you have your account set up? So below we have a list of social media accounts that I recommend at least having a presence on, but you're not going to be posting on all of them on the regular because that can be so overwhelming, right? So, but it's still good to actually have a presence on them. So for example, Facebook, you can actually create your personal and business pages. Instagram is so great, right? It's amazing to connect with other people. It's also great for your business. So Instagram, you can actually link it with your Facebook. And what happens is when you're posting on Instagram, there's always an option where you can choose to post at the same time on Facebook as well. So that means now you're posting regularly on two platforms at the same time, and it takes half of the, time. So I really love that. Then there's Twitter, there's Pinterest, there's LinkedIn. WhatsApp is more of a communication platform where you actually message your friends, but it can also be used effectively for marketing yourself and for connecting with your friends because it has a status function. When you're looking at the messages in the middle, it says status. So if you click on that, you can actually post like a photo or something every day, just because people can see them. All right. So, but that's not a big one. So you can always just use the same post that you put on your Instagram and Facebook and just put that same photo on your WhatsApp, right? So what you want to do essentially is pick, whether that's LinkedIn, whether that's Facebook, Instagram. So just take a look at them, take a look at kind of, make your profiles on each of them and see which ones you like best, which ones really connect with you. And also, when you're looking at, especially when you're looking at branding yourself, right? You want to see, okay, who is your ideal audience, right? So you want to be on the platforms where your ideal customer or your ideal business partner is going to be, right? So look at that, like, where are your people? And make sure you are there, right? So if your audience is, say, more business kind of people, then LinkedIn is great, because it's more for business associations, things like that. Whereas if your audience is more of the lifestyle kind of stuff, and that's like more Instagram and Facebook. So just pick and choose, like, where do you really want to be? Where is your audience? And because you're going to be using this platform every day, right? You've got to like your platform, and then you've also got to know where your audience is. And then the next thing is uniformity. Your audience has to be able to recognize you on all platforms. This is very important. I know that a lot of people change their profile pictures on the regular. So you're like, oh, this picture was really nice today, so let me just change it. Let me just post this picture today on my profile picture, right? That's great. But when you're branding yourself, not so much. Why? Because see, if you have the same picture, right? If your profile, when people are scrolling on their phone, on the wall, they're going to be seeing posts from you. Now, this little icon, that's your profile picture, right? This is going to show up as a tiny icon next to your post. So if you have the same profile picture on all platforms, then they will start to recognize you. And that is important. That's an important part of branding. They have to be able to see that little icon. Your picture, your profile picture becomes kind of like a little logo, right, for your brand. Whether you have created a brand or your name, you yourself are a brand, right? So when it comes to your profile picture, choose one and then stick with it and put it on all different platforms. If you must change it, you can probably get away with changing it like once a year, but even that, like if you're happy with the picture, just leave it, because that's your little brand logo. Okay, that's your picture. When people are scrolling, they're gonna see that and they're gonna be like, oh, that's Simar. So, and another reason is when people are connecting with you on Instagram, they saw something really nice that you posted on Instagram, and then they're like, I would love to connect with this person on Facebook because I use Facebook more. So if they go on Facebook and they put your name in there, and your picture is like a cat or a dog on Facebook, like totally different from your picture on Instagram, they just won't know, because there could be so many other people with your name, right? But if it's the same picture, they go there, they put in the name, they're like, that's her there, okay. And they can actually connect with you, right? So this is very important that you have that uniformity, because it creates brand awareness. It also makes it easy for people to connect with you, right? The next thing is, make sure your bio and your profile picture are the same on every platform. So like I said, your profile picture needs to be the same. The next step is your bio, right? Your bio is this little blurb that you basically write on your Instagram. It only has a certain number of words. It has a word limit, right? So you're not going to write a really long bio because you can't. But again, to bring uniformity in your brand, very important to have the same bio on all different platforms. Your profile picture should be of you, not your pets or children. Like I said, your profile picture is your brand. So make sure that you are there. And don't put one of those pictures like, maybe you're not putting pets or children, but don't put pictures with multiple people on your profile picture, right? You don't want to have like 3 friends in your profile picture with you, because it's so confusing. Like if people are trying to connect with you, they could go there and be like, which one of them is Simar? Like there's like 3. Sure that your profile picture is just, and ideally your handle should be the same across all social media too. Say for example, my brand is Glamour and Purpose, so my the handle on Instagram is Glamour and Purpose, on Facebook is Glamour and Purpose, on YouTube is Glamour and Purpose, on our podcast is called Glamour and Purpose. So it's literally everywhere it is the same. Okay, so that is very important, because people can find you. They can go on different platforms and be like, okay, I want to engage with this person on this platform. So they can go there, they can find you, right? Very important. And then another thing is, remove any pictures that don't represent your brand, or posts. Like if you have posted typically like things that are political or negative stories, things like that, you don't want it being posted on your wall, right? Obviously, if it's something that you feel very strongly about, then I would say yes, post it, because you do want to you do want your brand to reflect who you are. But at the same time, you want to look at, all of your posts, what you've been posting in the past, and whether that's on Facebook or Instagram, just go through it and be like, is this Candy Crush looking good on my on my profile, on my wall, right? Like there are Facebook games. If you play the game, like shows up, it gets posted on your wall. Is that representing your brand? If it is, great. If it's not, and you're trying to put yourself out there as someone that's into health and fitness, for example, right? Then I would suggest posting more about that side of things. Like, how are you doing things? What are you doing? How do you take good care of yourself in terms of health and fitness? But, different games on Facebook, this, that, and the other, it doesn't add to your brand. So just don't have that on it. Okay. And make sure, this is very important, make sure your business links are on each of those platforms, right? So whether that's your USANA website, or whether that's your brand website, like if you have one, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you want to promote, make sure that you have links of that all over your, in your bios on all the different platforms. See over here as well, you can see I'm using Campsite here. If you were to go on Glamour and Purpose on Facebook, you will also find our website there. And then again, on my personal profile, see, this is my photo on my personal Instagram profile. And then you can see that's the same photo on my Facebook. If you were to connect with me on WhatsApp, you'll see it's the same photo. It's the same photo on LinkedIn. I don't change that photo. It's the same photo. Like I said, that uniformity is very important. And yeah, make your business links available on each platform, because hey, if you have a business, you want to make sure that it's accessible. Like people, when they come across your account, you want them to be able to see what it is that you are promoting, what it is that you are selling, right? So make sure you have those there. Okay, I'm just going to look at some of the comments. Yeah, Nathan said that there's so many times that he said that happens all the time. I can't figure out who the actual account owner is and when their profile picture is a group of people. Yeah, exactly, right? That is so crazy. So critical. Don't post things that are not aligned with your mission, vision, and who you want to present yourself to the world to be. Sharing, you don't have to be perfect all the time, but nothing that isn't aligned with the impact you want to make. Yeah, that is very important. And especially don't post anything when you are emotional and not grounded. Thank you, Nathan. I think that's a very important point, because if you're really mad at someone, at a friend, right? Don't post about that on your Facebook, especially when you're emotional and not feeling like, grounded. Don't post things like that on your Facebook and your Instagram or any other platform, because it doesn't really necessarily add to your brand. And if you're using your social media for your business and you're branding yourself, then that is essential that you're not posting things like that on your social media. The next thing is put your best foot forward. Profile picture. So does your profile picture make you feel good? And does it show the world the best you? So just look at your profile picture, right? Just like take out your phone, look at your profile picture and just ask yourself, do I think that I look my best in this picture? And does it make me feel good? If not, then book a photo shoot or ask a friend who loves taking pictures to help you out. Now, look, when I say a photo shoot, right, it doesn't have to be like this whole thing that you're going to create. It could literally be a picture like this. I really liked this picture. This is like, you can see that it's him right there, right? It's not he's not kind of really far away. You don't want your picture to be really far away, because again, if you're like this tiny person in this picture where there's all these trees and greenery, people can't see you on that little logo, like that little post section when they're going through their wall and looking at posts, right? So very important that you have a close-up. Close-up is important. Do not put a full picture, just like your close-up up to your shoulders, so that people can see your face clearly, even in that small picture next to your posts, okay? And then smile, like look like you're having fun, look confident. And when it comes to your cover photo for your Facebook, you can actually use Canva. Canva is amazing, and there are so many free features on it. It's free to use. There are so many beautiful templates. It's just incredible. So go play around with Canva. It's going to help you with your branding. It's going to help you with creating the Facebook cover image. It's just incredible. Okay. So use that. And yeah, your cover picture, make it something that's going to showcase your life, your business. So it could be a quote, it could be pictures of you, right? So just get creative, have fun with it. And then when it comes to your profile picture, you want to look directly at the camera. So you don't want one of those profile pictures like it is a close-up, but you're kind of like, you know, looking to the side and looking up at the sky. Like those pictures are great, right? You have gorgeous pictures like that, amazing. Post them, create posts with them, right? But don't make them your profile picture. Like I said, your profile picture has to be kind of like you. It has to showcase your face. It has to have that energy. And especially, you want to be looking directly at the camera. And the reason being that when you have that eye contact, it instantly creates trust. And we'll talk more about that later on in this presentation. But yeah, have a close-up, look directly at the camera, look confident, smile, give your best smile, and put that on your profile picture. Like this guy, this is not necessarily a very professional picture, right? This isn't necessarily like a photo shoot kind of picture, but it's nice, it's engaging. I like this guy. Like when I look at this picture, I'm like, oh, he looks like fun, right? So think about that. Think about, putting up a profile picture that kind of engages people. And the next thing is storytelling. People go on social media to be social, not to be sold. That means you don't want to post every day or every other day, just picture of your product and buy now, new promotion, buy now. Like, don't do that. Yes, you want to be posting about your business and your brand and your products, but you want to kind of trickle, spread it out a bit. You want your social media to be about you. And then you want to sort of bring in your products in a more storytelling kind of engaging way, right? Share stories of testimonials, your personal stories, inspirational things. So you could even say a client of yours gave you a great testimonial. You could actually take a picture of obviously always get their consent, get their permission, and then take a picture of what they said and put it on your Instagram story or your Facebook story, right? Your WhatsApp status. Like, think creatively. But also you could even, like, if someone gave you a great testimonial, you could even get on a live video and just share that I am so happy. Like, I just got this great feedback from a client of mine and they said X, Y, and Z. See, it's engaging because people would be like, oh, wow, what did they say? Like, people are interested in stories, right? Facts tell, stories sell. This is why we all like movies, because they're stories. But if you just keep giving them facts, like, this is going to help you, this has 200 mg of vitamin C, or things like that, right? That's not necessarily engaging. So lots of stories, lots of sharing around how you use your products. How do you like how do you incorporate your business into your lifestyle, so you can actually share it that way. When it comes to posting, you want to inspire people, you want to educate them, you want to entertain them. So when it comes to inspiring them, you could find quotes, you could find let's say somebody posted a really inspirational story about, a breakthrough that they had. You can even repost that. Be like, I want to give a shout out to this person. So amazed at this amazing thing that they created, this amazing breakthrough they had. So inspired by you, right? So think about that. You could use quotes from other thought leaders. When it comes to educate, so you want to educate people. Say, for example, if you are promoting health products, you want to educate them in health side of things, how to take care. It's not only about your products, but also about other things that could be connected to your products. So a healthy lifestyle, right? And you want to sort of spread it out. So some of it could be educating them about a healthy lifestyle. Some of it could be educating them about how your product actually makes a difference. What's amazing about it? What do you love about it? Right? And then entertain is basically sharing your lifestyle. If you love spending time with your dog, go ahead, share that. It's interesting for people to see that. And then when you think about your content, you want to do it like this. So give, and then ask for a sale. So you want to give lots of value, lots of content, interesting to be your own ideas. It doesn't all have to be your own content. You could repost other people's content. You could post about a great article that you read, right? But add value to other people, and then do a lot of that, and then ask for a sale. And then, then you do your promotion. You can actually post about your business, your brand, and ask for a sale. This is going to draw people to you because you are giving value. And then the next thing is get inspired by influencers, right? Learn from influencers who have created a strong social media following. You could even find influencers that are in the same business as you and actually start following them. Like if there's someone in your business that is really doing a great job at their social media, follow them and learn from them. Take inspiration from them, right? Because see, there's a point where we all start and not all of us know right in the beginning what we need to be doing. So this is why it's so important to actually find people that are doing a great job and follow them and learn from them. Like, how do they spread out their posts? How do they share about a product? How do they share about their lifestyle, right? So get inspired, learn. Okay, I can see lots of messages in the chat. Let me just quickly check that in a minute. Apple said, yes, be authentic in what you share. And yeah, people actually love seeing kids and pets, Nathan said. Those types of things emotionally and make you relatable. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so the next thing is influencers are great at showing their lifestyle and promoting. Like I said, take the time to learn from them. Look at their promotions. Like, how are they promoting the products? And I promise you, it's not going to be just like a big picture of the product and like buy now. That's not how they do it. So learn from them. The most followed influencers have fun and they don't take themselves too seriously, which makes them relatable. And biggest thing, don't try to be perfect. It's not as engaging as just keeping it real. So you want to, like I said, you want to put your best foot forward, but also you want to keep it real. Like you want people to be able to connect with you, the way that you are, who you are, right? So keep it real, connect with them in a real way. Be confident, humble, and grateful. So you want to be confident, you want to be humble, you want to actually share from your life, and you want to be grateful. Most importantly, do not compare yourself to others. So especially when it comes to getting inspired by influencers and learning from others, it can be so easy to just like look at other people's accounts and get completely overwhelmed and be like, oh my God, at what point am I ever going to get to this point when I'm this good? Like this is too good. I don't know any of these things. And yeah, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you get started. It's not going to give you the confidence that you need to start posting. So look at other people's account, but to learn and to look at, okay, what can I adapt into my brand from the place where I am right now? Okay. Remember, if it's an influencer and they're really good at what they're doing, they've been doing it for a long time and they would have made 100 mistakes, right? So learn from that rather than comparing yourself to them and being like, oh yeah, let me, oh my God, I'm never going to be this good. So what is the point? Instead of doing that, just get inspired. Okay. You will get there. It takes time. It takes practice. So yeah, follow that. Be consistent. So important. You don't want to like post one thing today and then for 1 month, don't post anything. You don't want to do that. You want to be consistent. Okay. You could post 1 to 2 times a day on the platforms that you're building. So like I said, choose 2 and then post 1 to 2 times a day, or you could even just post once a day. Like if you feel like I have no time to be posting 2 times a day about this, right? You could just easily post once a day. But whatever the frequency that you choose, be consistent. Do that every day, right? And then if you want to take some time off, if you feel like I just can't do this every day, like this is too much, there are so many days when I have so many things going on, I have no time to do this, you can actually schedule your posts. Say, for example, if you have time on Sundays, you could sit down and look at your week and be like, okay, this week what am I going to post about? I'm going to post about, educate, inspire, and entertain, right? So you can look at, okay, which day I'm going to do what. And then you can schedule your posts. And I'll tell you which apps you can use. So if you're not sure what to post, you can actually go back through your camera roll, post something inspiring, ask a question. And you know what? Like you could even go on Google and look for how to, there are so many articles, blog articles about that give you like a schedule for posting on Instagram, on Facebook, where you can actually go and see that, okay, on Monday you can post this, on Tuesday you can post this, and then you can actually make it your own. So you could just go on Google and look for those. They are so good. And you could even repost other people's content. So say, for example, if you want to brand yourself as someone that's passionate about health and fitness, then you can find, say, for example, inside of that whole topic, one of the things that you love is looking at healthy recipes, right? So then what you can do is you can find some really nice recipes that are, that you love, and repost them from other people. But anytime you're reposting someone else's recipe, always give them credit. So at the bottom of the post, you can say hashtag repost by, and then that person's Instagram handle, right? Or you can even write on the top, say that, say for example, veggie nachos, and veggie nachos by Emily. So you can actually always give people credit, okay? Because if you're looking at that post, then chances are other people are also looking at that post, right? So if they see that you just posted somebody else's post and didn't give them credit, that doesn't look good for your branding, okay? Because that's their copyrighted stuff. So always give them credit. But yeah, repost. I repost recipes all the time. I love watching recipe videos, and I love looking at finding really cool recipes and reposting them. It's just super fun for me, and people on my followers love that. Another thing about content, you can actually read magazine cover topics for ideas, right? You could go on Google and look for, say, Women's Health Magazine 2021. So you'll get all the different editions. You could look at the covers of those magazines and find, the article topics and write something about that. You could even actually read a topic from a magazine that you really love and, share about it in your own words. So there's so many different ways to do it. Get creative. Okay, so when it comes to apps and tools, some of the apps and tools that I personally really love are Canva. Like I said, Canva is just incredible. Like if you haven't used it by now, you absolutely need to at least go and try it out. This is awesome. They even have so many free pictures that are like professional photos that you can use for your branding. Amazing. So then there's WordSwag. WordSwag is more of a cell phone. This is something that you're going to be using on your smartphone. So this app is not free. This one is, I think, $8. So this gives you professional looking photos. And then once you choose the photo, you also can write words on it. So say, for example, if you want to make a little flyer, you can actually make it on WordSwag right there and then. But like I said, this is not free. It's for $8, but that's just one-time payment. So that's the good thing about it. And then there's Pixabay. So all of the photos that are available on WordSwag are also available on pixabay.com. So you can find free photos that are not copyrighted to use for your posts, for flyers, for things like that. And then another app that I really love is Repost app. So this is really great. Like you'll notice when you go on your Instagram, for example, if you try to copy someone else's words, like when I first got started with this, I would like take a picture of that if I wanted to repost their post, right? But take a picture and then try to copy the words. You just can't. So repost apps are really great. You can actually try different ones. There's so many. So that's why I just wrote repost apps. So you can actually try different ones and see how that goes. These are very easy to use. So you will not need any more tutorial on this. Just get the app, just put repost in your app store, and you'll find like a couple of different apps. And then all you do is when you choose a post that you want to repost, it's actually going to give you, that post will automatically show up on your repost app. And then you can post it and you also get the words. Okay, so this is really good. Then there are these websites, Linktree and Campsite. These are really great if you have multiple links. For example, like we have a YouTube channel, we've got podcast, we've got our website, we've got our product website, right? So there's so many different things. This actually, because on Instagram especially, Instagram only allows you to put one link. So Linktree and Campsite actually is a platform where you can go. It's very simple to use. Just put in your Google search, put Linktree, it'll show up. All you do is you click on that and create an account. And to create an account, you're just going to connect your Instagram to, you're going to create an account using your Instagram. So it's very simple. And then you can actually, it's also very easy to use. You can actually just create links, right? For example, let me show you these photos, right? So you can see over here, on my Glamour and Purpose account, I'm using Campsite. Campsite is great. It allows you to put a picture next to your link. And Linktree is also great. So with this one, there isn't a picture, but you can choose a color scheme. So you can choose, say, all of your links to look like pink, right? So these are great because it allows you to have multiple links on your Instagram. Then there are the scheduling apps. So scheduling apps are great. You can look for different ones. The one that I always use is called Preview. So I have it on my phone. You're not gonna be able to see it. So it's called Preview. Preview is like my favorite because it shows up in a grid just the way that Instagram posts show up. So I can put the photos in there and I can see what my wall is gonna look like, right? So this is really good, especially because like when it comes to uniformity, right? Again, talking about uniformity, something that I forgot to mention was colors. So when it comes to your branding, you want to choose particular colors that you want to be using, right? So you could even go on Google and look at color palettes and pick and choose the one that you like most. So that would give you an idea of, okay, I want this to be my color palette. And then you can sort of put your pictures together in the grid on your Preview app or any other scheduling app that you use. And then you can see, okay, this is kind of going really well. If you've ever looked at different Instagram accounts that just look so beautiful and wondered, like, how do they do that? Sometimes I don't even realize when I post, like, it just doesn't kind of go together. It's because these people are using scheduling apps and they actually put those photos together to see, okay, how does it look when they're being put together? And and you can actually schedule your posts according to that and put your content in according. Then there are live videos. So live videos are so good, like on Instagram, on Facebook, because if you were to just post something, right, it doesn't necessarily show up on everyone's notifications or everyone's wall, right? If you posted something, then there's all these algorithms that there's a certain number of people that have to engage with your post to really show it to then Instagram and Facebook is going to show it to other people, that sort of thing. So live videos, on the other hand, if you go live, then instantly on Instagram, you get like a notification that kind of comes down that says, Simar is going live right now. And same thing on Facebook. So when you go live, it's going to show up as a notification on everyone's wall. Sorry, everyone's notifications, right? So very important. Going live has a lot of value. And when you're doing a live video, take the time to plan your video rather than just winging it, right? You don't want to just be like, oh, let me do a live video and you have no idea what you're going to talk about. Honestly, like I have seen live videos where people are just sitting there and just like looking at the camera and just fixing their hair and doing things like that. Now I like stayed there for a few minutes and I'm like, what is going on? Right? That's great if you have friends that want to follow that kind of video, but not so great for branding. Because when you're branding yourself and there's, you know, there has to be that planning, right? So plan your video, give your video a title so that when people jump onto your live video, they already know what you're talking about. Because you could be in the middle of your talk when people jump on. And if the topic is not there, if the title's not there, then they won't know what you're talking about. So they may just jump on, they'll be like, okay, they might just jump off, right? So title's very important. Live videos, especially if you're just starting out and you're kind of like, oh my God, like, what am I going to talk about? You can pick a topic and you can easily do a 2 to 5 minute live. It does not have to be long. Okay. So it's still going to be just as engaging, if not more, because these days with people's attention span, it's so much easier for people to just watch like a 5-minute video than a 30-minute video, right? So just to get started, you can just do like a 2 to 5 minute video. And then keep it engaging by planning ahead. So you want to actually plan what you're going to do. Write a post-it note. Say, for example, if you're like, okay, I've planned that I want to talk about healthy lifestyle, you can actually get post-it notes. So I have them right here. You can actually get post-it notes, write down what you're going to talk about, say your 3 main points that you are going to talk about on this live, and then put these post-it notes on around your screen or somewhere that you can see them, so that it's going to actually remind you what you were going to talk about. And then always do a call to action at the end. So it doesn't always have to be about your business, but call to action is kind of like, you talk to people about how they can have better sleep, for example, right? Then you can do a call to action. So now I would love for you to go and take 2 of these steps, at least take 2 of the steps that I taught you, and then go and try them out. See, that's call to action as well. So anytime you're doing videos, get into the habit of doing a call to action, okay? And lighting is so important, honestly. Like, you could have the best content, but if you're sitting in front of a window that's like really bright behind you, you will be very dark in front of the camera, because the back, your window, and the, whatever's behind outside is going to be more visible, right? If you sit like that and you are going to be the best judge of this. Sit down, look in the camera. Before you go live, you actually can look at yourself on the camera, see that, are you clear? Are you visible? Is there enough light on your face, right? Because if there isn't and you look kind of dark, it's not that interesting, because if people can't really see you, it can be like frustrating, right? So sit in a place where there's plenty of light, you're visible, and people can actually see you clearly, right? Okay, I'm going to check a few of the comments real quick and see if there's any questions. Nathan asked, is there a specific repost app that you recommend? Yeah, it's actually called Repost app for Instagram. So you can just go look there, the one that's the official app. You can actually see, there's actually a couple of different ones. You can even check the like how much space it's going to take as well, because there are apps that take like 27 MB of space, right? You may not need such a big app just to repost. And then there are apps that are much smaller, but they do the job just as well, because all you need is to get the photo and the words, right? So now let's look at this. Creating connections. This is so important. What you want to do on your social media, like I said before, people go on social media to be social, right? So the next step is to start connecting with people by liking and commenting on their posts. Yes, you're doing all this work, creating amazing posts, right? But you want to give, and just think, like, how good does it feel when people start engaging with your post and they like your post? You want to give that same thing to other people as well and really start to connect with them. Be interested in other people, right? Be interested, look at their accounts, engage with their accounts. And that always comes back. People always reciprocate. And connect with people after you've commented on their post by sending a direct message, introducing yourself. So this is a great way to actually create a personal connection with people as well on your social media. So creating authentic connections is so important, because ultimately you're on social media to be social. The more you connect with your audience, the more you connect with your friends, the more that they're going to be actually interested in what you're doing as well, right? So this is a give and take. Anytime you're on social media, always think about give and take. If you want people to engage with you, like your posts and comment on them, then give them the same thing as well, right? Then there's engage your audience. So using the word you in your photo or in your captions helps you capture their attention. This is so important, right? So by asking your followers questions or inviting them to share their opinion, you can encourage interaction with your brand. So instead of saying, what would people do about something, you can actually say, what do you think should, this is not a good example. Use the word you, right? Especially the sentences that start with, do you know? Most people are intrigued by that, because they're like, do you know what, right? Did you know that if you take vitamin C, it can actually help you with immunity, something like that, right? So, but when you use the word you, you're directly talking to your audience. So make sure that when you are posting, and this can be a little bit hard, especially in the starting, if you are not used to posting and talking directly to your audience, but just think, like, here you are, right? You're sitting, you're scrolling through your wall, and people are posting content, they're giving tips, but you're there just on your own, right? So if there's a post that's talking directly to you, that's definitely going to be something, because that's a conversation with you. It's engaging, right? And instantly draws you in, and it actually encourages you to interact with that, because that person is talking directly to you. Okay, so do the same thing. In your post, use the word you. And then eye contact is so important, right? Even subtle eye contact builds trust and engages your audience. In your photos, obviously you don't have to do that all the time, but a little bit of eye contact in your videos for sure, but also in your photos. Like from time to time, post pictures where you're looking directly at the camera, right? Because it builds trust. It engages your audience. People trust you more. For example, look at this picture. I want you to comment here and tell me, who would you trust more out of these two people? So I'm looking at the comments. Who do you think you would trust more? The guy or the woman? Nathan said the woman. Yeah. Right? It's because you can see her face. Apple said you trust her because she's smiling. Yep. Annabelle said that the guy is hiding. Yep, the woman. See, so you would definitely trust the woman. You may not even know her. You may not, know her personally, but when you see her in this picture, you can actually trust her because it's kind of like it's engaging, right? It's you can see her. You're like engaged in that photo. Let's see what are more. Right. Okay, so think about that when you're posting pictures. Obviously, this is a great picture as well, right? In terms of photography, this is a great picture. So you can post pictures like this, but from time to time, post pictures like this on your account because that are like, where people can see you. Because if you have an account, like, I go to some of the accounts on Instagram and I see that there are all these photos. It could be of recipes or product or whatever, right? But I'm like, but whose account is this? Like, who is this person? And I'll keep scrolling down and I'm like, no idea. Okay, moving on. Why? Because I was not engaged. I can't put a face behind the account. Like, who is the person, right? So actually post your own pictures from time to time where you are looking at the camera, you're kind of there. People can see who you are. They can connect with you. They can trust you, right? It builds that connection. It builds trust. And then lastly, you want to have fun, right? You don't want to be so serious, like, oh my God, I have to have my social media completely perfect. No, you don't have to. Have fun, get creative, put your own expression into it, right? You want to actually show the world who you are. So put your own expression, have fun, do fun stuff, right? Also know that you're not going to get it perfect the first time, but get started. Learn, practice, learn, practice, learn, practice. Keep doing that. Before you know it, you'll be amazing at this. Okay? So let's summarize. Number one, take inventory. Decide on 2 platforms that you really like. My personal favorite are Facebook and Instagram. And one of the reasons is that I can post on Instagram and directly post on Facebook at the same time. That's just, honestly, when it comes to saving time, wow. Uniformity, keep a consistent look. If you notice, like in this presentation, if you noticed, you'll see that there are only very few colors that have been used in all of the slides, right? So think about uniformity. Let me just quickly show you. This is something I did on purpose so you can actually see, right? We've got this pink. We've got this kind of frame for the pictures. And then we've got this green. So in all of the photos, these are the only colors that are being used. All right. So uniformity is very important because it gives you that branding. It looks nice aesthetically, right? And uniformity in your accounts actually creates your brand. So if you have the same picture on your profile, on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere, and then keep that the same. Like I said, don't change your profile picture every other day. If you want to change, like if you're looking at your profile picture now and you're like, I think I want to change my profile picture, then like do the work, take a nice picture, decide on one and be very sure about it, and then just post it and then leave it and put it on all the different platforms. Put your best foot forward. Make sure you actually show your best self on your social media, right? Don't post things about different games or negative stuff that's going on. Don't do that. Don't put political stuff. Storytelling. So when it comes to sharing your life, tell stories. Facts tell, stories sell, right? Tell lots of stories. Tell stories about your day, about your dog, about your brand, about your products. Tell stories. get inspired, get inspiration from other influencers. Follow other influencers, learn from them. Be consistent, always be consistent. Like I said, choose how many times you're going to post and then do that consistently. Apps and tools, live videos, make sure you're doing Facebook and Instagram lives. They are amazing. These days we also have, at the moment, we also have Reels. Reels are really great. If you don't like to do live videos, you can actually record short clips of videos, put them together and actually post them as well. If you don't know how to do that, go on Google and just put in the search engine saying, how do I do a reel? And you'll find so many blogs and videos on how to do that. Then create connections with other people. It's not just about you. You're there to be social, so connect with others. Engage your audience. Connect with your audience directly. Talk to them directly. And then have fun with it all. All right, so now that that's done, you can actually connect with me on Glamour and Purpose on all the different platforms. And let me quickly look at if there are any other questions. No, okay. All right, well, let's do a question and answer session now. I'm gonna stop my screen share. Okay. All right, you guys, do you have any questions? Or anything that you learned that you would love to share? What's something that you're gonna take away from what you've learned so far? Like what's something that you can apply right away to your social media branding? Oh, Apple said they can't unmute.
Okay, I can now. Somebody hooked me up.
Okay, okay, good.
So I have a question about frequency. Do you have a recommendation for that?
So I would suggest at least once a day, because it's really important to be posting at least once a day so that people are seeing your posts coming through every day, right? And that kind of keeps you in front of other people. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I've been slacking on my post and wanting to share more. So I had posted in the chat that I wanted to do a Facebook Live of unboxing active nutrition line that I just got still in the box. So thanks for that slide, those tips. So I'm gonna like put like a few points together, like on a sticky note or something, so that, you know, I have a structure of like what to talk about. And maybe even do like a rehearsal run before I go live, since I haven't done one in a while. So thanks for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's so great, right? A lot of times, like for me, I like things to be organized. So for me, like a lot of times I'm like, oh my God, like I don't know what am I going to talk about. So I don't want to actually go there and do a live video. So getting those Post-it notes there is like, it can really calm you down. You can be grounded in what you're talking about. Also, it prevents you from talking about like 20 different things all over the place, right?
Yep, I can totally do that too, like go off on different tangents. So it'll help keep me focused and talk about the important points, you know, of why I'm going on Facebook Live. And I don't want to like run, you know how some people do it and they're like running on for what they're talking about. I'm like, okay, get to the point, you know. So I want to do like a short and sweet video.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Awesome.
And not fix my hair. I'll make sure to fix my hair beforehand. I will be there fixing my hair.
Your hair looks perfect. Awesome. Anyone else have any questions or anything that you would like to share about what you learned, what you can apply?
I think I really liked about the reels. So I have to get started. I've seen so many people do it, but it's just like, I haven't done it. I would like to try that for sure. Yeah.
Reels are actually, I used to, when I first learned about reels, I would see there are these videos that come up and there's words that show up on the videos, right? You can actually get an app. It's called InShot, InShot. That app, you can actually go, make short video clips, and then you can compile them in that app, and it even has filters and stuff, like if you want to use them, and then you can put words in it. So that's my go-to app for reels. Like, it's so good because you can look at how much time you want your reels to be, and then you can post them accordingly with the words in the whole place. Yeah.
Is that just like creating a video and then posting it later into
So reels are not live videos.
Yeah.
Reels are basically like a compilation of different videos where if you're on Instagram, you should definitely check out other people's reels. There's
I have.
So there's like words that pop up. There isn't a whole lot of talking. Some people do. Like, if you can say your bit in 15 seconds, perfect. But otherwise, you could literally get creative. You could be like dancing, and then words are coming up on your video, and that's whatever it is that you're trying to say in that video, right?
How is that different from just posting a video, though? So is there a difference?
So
I mean, the words on the
video? I mean, reels versus posting a video.
It's not, I think it's not a creative thing. It's something creative, fun,
So actually, reels are like really short. And the thing about the videos, reels get shown in in a separate place. So for example, if you go to the section on your Instagram where you click where it shows all the reels, you'll see that one after the other, all the reels keep coming, and they keep, they'll like scroll up, and then the next reel and the next reel. So if you're doing reels, they actually show up over there, plus on people's wall. So there's two places where that shows up, and it's more engaging. There's music, that sort of thing. So that kind of makes it really fun, and people are using it a lot.
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, let me just quickly check the chat if there are any other questions. Can we do live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time? No, but you could, and a way to do that would be, say, for example, if you're going live from your laptop, and you could also go live on your phone and kind of place your phone in front of your laptop where you are visible on your phone and on your laptop at the same time. So you could do it that way, which is really smart because, that way you don't have to do the same thing twice. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. It's been so great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. So great to connect with you. I hope you got value from this session, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next training. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.